Logan, it is Bree True. If you are here, it most likely means that you have made the decision to learn how to care for your natural hair and embrace your natural beauty. And if you're still not sure about this whole natural hair thing or whether or not you should listen to me, pop on over to this video, I will leave a link right here, to my introduction to this New Year's series that I am calling Natural Hair Care. It can help you decide if this journey sounds like something for you. And when you are ready, pop back over here and grab some pen and some paper because we are about to dive deep into natural hair care basics. Let's go! Recognize this book? Don't worry if you don't. This is the Curly Girl Handbook and basically the beginning to a revolution of women embracing their natural hair. It's written by this woman named Lorraine Massey, who, like many of us, was just taught that her natural hair was messy or unprofessional or just not beautiful. She developed a system called the Curly Girl Method, which is basically a set of product and styling rules to help you love your natural hair. She also co-developed a line of curly hair products called DevaCurl. Now, the Curly Girl Method is great, but it is not the hair Bible. What I mean by this is that all of the advice and rules that Lorraine gives in this book may not work for everyone. However, you will find many Facebook groups, blog posts, videos, and things like that that go crazy overboard strict with the Curly Girl Method. And that's not what I'm going to do in this video. But I did need to bring this book to your attention because it is a great foundation and a great place to start. If you were interested in it, I will leave a link below so that you can give it a read yourself. But for now, let's go ahead and jump into our first curly hair basic, products. In the Curly Girl Handbook, Lorraine states that many of our hair products, looking at you conditioners, tend to have ingredients called silicones in them, which are basically plastic-like substances that coat our hair and make it look shiny. She mentions that the problem with this is that most silicones are not water soluble, meaning they will not wash out of your hair in the shower and therefore tend to build up. That is, unless you use an ingredient called sulfates. Sulfates are very strong detergents that we use in our dishwashing and laundry and are also found in many shampoos that basically strip our hair and leave it squeaky clean. Now this sounds kind of good, right? Well, for many people it can be, but for the spectrum of curly hair, our hair is so much drier and it needs our natural oil and moisture. Quick recap. If we use silicones in our hair, it tends to build up unless we remove it with a product called sulfates, and sulfates dry out our hair and leave our hair frizzy and stringy. That is why Lorraine Massey recommends avoiding sulfates and silicones altogether. Now, there are other ingredients that the Curly Girl Handbook states we should avoid, such as parabens and alcohols. And usually at this point, this is where I see, especially you Facebook groups, go crazy overboard strict with rules about bad ingredients, and the thing is you just don't really need to do that. There are water-soluble silicones and moisturizing, nourishing alcohols that we can and even want in our curly hair products. Remember, what works for someone else's hair, even Curl Goddess Lorraine's, may not work for ours. So in order to learn what your hair does and does not like, we need to start reading and paying attention to ingredients. So now it is time to take a look at your ingredients of all of the products that you use in your hair currently, at home, right now. So go grab your shampoo, your conditioner, your styling products, and take a look at the ingredient list. At first, I recommend just copying and pasting the ingredient list of a product that you're interested in into this website called curlsbot.com. It will tell you which ingredients are Curly Girl Method approved, which are not, and which might be on the fence, such as a specific silicone or alcohol. Remember, this website is just a tool to help you learn these terms and discover what your hair really does and doesn't like. Now, if you do find that some of your products at home contain harsh ingredients like silicones or sulfates, worry not. There are tons of brands on the market today making products specifically for the curly hair spectrum. Some of my favorites include DevaCurl, obviously, Shea Moisture, Bounce Curl, and in no way less important, but also the cheapest, the Not Your Mother's Curl Talk line. Now let's talk about showering. The Curly Girl Handbook states that no one in the curly hair spectrum should be using shampoo, but co-washing instead. Now, co-washing does not mean that someone else washes your hair. I'm sorry, my brain, there is just so much information to fit into this video, and I think my brain just needs to be silly or I'm gonna explode. Where were we? Oh yes, basically co-washing just means that you use a creamy conditioner to wash your scalp and your hair. No shampoo. That just doesn't work for me. And it doesn't work for a lot of wavy curlies. So if you are someone like me, you may want to try shampoos that are Curly Girl Method approved and conditioners that are Curly Girl Method approved. Again, everyone's hair is so different. So do your research and start trying out some brands. You may find that your hair really prefers co-washing, or you might find a shampoo and conditioner combo that works best for you. If you don't know where to start, a great place is to go to pretty much any drugstore and pick up the Not Your Mother's Curl Talk shampoo and, excuse me, go to your local drugstore and pick up the Not Your Mother's Curl Talk shampoo and the Curl Talk 3-in-1 conditioner. They're very basic, simple shampoos and conditioners that are Curly Girl Method approved and will give you a good place to start. I mean, if you're anything like me, you might try experimenting with tons of products and go down a deep rabbit hole, so maybe don't do that. Let's take a quick breather, because if this seems like a lot of information already, don't worry. You can always rewatch this video, watch other YouTube videos, or do online research elsewhere as much as your heart desires. But don't click away just yet, because there is one more key thing you need to know about curly hair products. So grab your pen and paper, you will want to write these down. The 2 words I want you to write down are clarify and mask. Because we are not using sulfates on our hair, we do need to do an extra thorough cleanse every now and then to keep our scalp and hair healthy. This is what the Curly Girl community calls clarifying. Every now and then, for me it is every 2 weeks, for others it may be every month, you will want to use a clarifier instead of your normal co-wash or shampoo. This is to make sure that you get rid of any product buildup on your hair and that your pores on your scalp do not clog. It is recommended to still avoid sulfates when clarifying. Well then, how am I supposed to deep clean my hair? Well, the curly hair brands are smart, they know what we want, they have a ton of options for clarifying your hair without using sulfates. They use other clarifying ingredients like these that will cleanse your hair but still not strip it. My all-time favorite clarifier, which I love to talk about because it's probably my favorite product from this brand, is the DevaCurls Build-Up Buster. This uses micellar water technology to clarify your hair, and I have hard water where I live, so this is like my staple. If you do not know where to start with clarifiers, pick this one up. The second word that I had you write down was mask. Masking your hair gives your hair an extra boost of moisture and or protein to help rejuvenate your hair's softness and bounce and shine. Focus on a deep conditioner or mask that mainly advertises moisture, and eventually you will be able to start adding in a protein treatment occasionally. And if you don't know where to start for your very first deep conditioner / mask, I would recommend starting with the Briogeo Don't Despair Deep Repair Mask. Funny name, all of the curly girl names are funny, you'll realize this. But this is a very, very good mask that mainly moisturizes your hair but does have a slight amount of protein way down in the ingredient list, so you won't be missing out, but you also probably won't be able to do any real damage with this mask. Yes, you can damage your hair with too much protein or too much moisture, but again, don't worry too much about that. I will be going over all of that in a future video, so if you are interested in that, keep your eye out in this series. Let's do a quick recap. So first we need to read the ingredient lists on our products, and then we may need to buy a new product such as a shampoo, conditioner, or co-wash that are Curly Girl Method approved. Lastly, we need to go ahead and consider getting a clarifier and a deep conditioner to give our hair that extra oomph. Alright, you made it! I made it too. This is a long video to record. My brain's going a little cuckoo. Seriously, if you are feeling overwhelmed, please, please do not give up. You have just made the decision to relearn an entire portion of self-care that is honestly very different than the way a lot of us were brought up. But I promise Dream Hair is achievable and it's worth it. You can do this. I will be answering any questions in the comments below this video, and next video I am going to be talking all about the showering and styling process, which is arguably even more important. So if you have not subscribed, go ahead and do so that you do not miss out. And until then, I will see all you beautiful people very soon. Adios!